All right, it is time to take a coffee break, and we're starting with what's pulling more marriages apart in one major city.
Let's see if you guys are surprised by this. Divorce rates are actually down across the country, but they're trending the other way in the nation's capital. Axios is reporting divorces and custody battles are on the rise in Washington, D.C. According to lawyers in the area, it's because of political differences. Parties are more about ideological differences than policies, opposing views or getting more extreme. They play into people's personal and family choices more than ever before. Tensions could be higher because, of course, it is an election year. This just surprised me because I'm like, what questions are y'all asking on first dates? Are these not things you know before you get married? Yeah.
Well, but I also think that the two sides are now so much further apart. So maybe you got married 25 years ago when Democrats and Republicans weren't so far apart.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so polarizing. So maybe that's why.
I think you're right. You know, with my family, I've got people who are married and one on this side, one on this side. They get along, but you know, they can meet in the middle, have similar things in common. But like you said, I think both sides have gone so extreme, and if both sides go extreme later in life, you're not going to meet eye to eye because your ideologies and your values have changed.
Yeah, that's hard.
So. In fact, you're even talking about sides rather than political parties.
Right. True.
It's now that we've gotten to this point where it's now this side or this side. It's one or the other. There's no middle ground.
Can't we all just get along?
Zero.
Can't we?
I mean, I ask that all the time.
But especially if you have kids, you know, you really got to try. And hopefully, you know, again, the presidential candidates don't know you. So why, you know, allow them to interrupt your marriage and your family? Yeah. Well, inflation is shrinking people's budgets and by association, the size of their cars. Overall, vehicle sales are only up 2% nationwide last year, but compact SUV sales went up 20%. Compact cars are also selling well, according to Cox Automotive data. This is because of high prices and interest rates. Today's small cars are bigger than before and come with new tech. Total shift from recent trends in car sales. And last year, the top 3 best-selling vehicles in America were massive pickup trucks. I am not surprised by this. Do you guys know that the average cost of a new car right now is $48,000?
You said that a couple days ago.
That's
like stopped me in my tracks.
Yeah, I mean, that used to be, I remember as a kid, that was like the priciest of cars would be that much. So when you're talking about that, I see why people are going smaller. Plus, in big cities, it's easier to park. You know, you can get into better mileage, that sort of thing.
I mean, look at houses too. Everything's going up, more expensive. So.
If I didn't have 3 kids, I'd drive a smaller car for sure.
I'm surprised why other people are getting massive pickup trucks. What are they doing?
Not here in Southern California.
But it's still one of the most popular cars. I think nationwide, you're driving that in areas that, you know, see that more than big cities.
Or not on the 405.
Not on the 405. No, not at all.
All right, in Chicago, Lollapalooza is this weekend. It's setting a new standard for music festivals in terms of sustainability. The main stage will be completely powered by a hybrid battery system. All the audio, all the lighting, all the video and stage production. You ever go to a concert, or like if you're working in media, you can hear all the generators around them. They're just burning gas. Not at Lolla this year.
Wow.
It's the first major music festival to achieve this. The stage will deploy more than 1.5 million megawatt hours of battery storage. This will majorly reduce the usage of power generators. And Live Nation plans to cut its emissions in half by the year 2030. Cutting it at music festivals, big part of the goal. Yeah, that is a production in Chicago.
Oh, absolutely.
And to think that most of it's not going to be off generators and gasoline.
That's a huge deal,
Coldplay's been doing that for a while now. You know, they make a big deal out of that. They even have people who can ride bikes to power things and jump on the dance floor. So I love seeing this. I just hope that the concert promoters don't pass, like, if it's more expensive to do this, I hope they don't pass it along to the consumer.
Something like Lollapalooza.
They'll make it as part of the $25 convenience fee.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Otherwise known as a jump
have you report on and be like, Christine, what's going on? All right, so Olympic athletes, they are competing in Paris. And a different group of competitors, they're preparing to show off in another worldwide competition. So what is it? It is the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. It's happening in Madrid this September. It started in 2019, but was canceled twice because of the pandemic. Participants from more than 75 countries, they will race to compete. Multiple prizes for a cash prize, and one of them is a local. She lives in LA. Her name is Kcal, and she's actually one of the most famous puzzles with over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. and the sport apparently
Look
is
how quickly
growing.
she works. Clearly, she's good.
I know.
Although, look, even without 52 minutes for a puzzle.
Oh,
like
impressive.
That.
I mean, it's amazing. Since the pandemic, so many more people got into making puzzles, and I think I did one puzzle. I didn't finish it, but 75% of it.
52 days.
52
I'm
days
crying.
later, 75% of it was done, and just it felt so good to like when you lay those parts down.
I am
feel
not
like
a
people love
puzzle
it.
I
person.
haven't done a puzzle, I think,
I
since
get
I
too
was a
frustrated.
kid.
No,
You could tell who's patient.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing it.
All of Paul, Puzzle Man?
I like puzzles. Yeah.
it's cool. It's relaxing. You should try it.
That's good.
If you finish it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's today's coffee
Yeah.
break.
Now you can get your Kcal news, weather, and live stream all in one place on the CBS News app. Download it free today.